Alright, in this problem we're asked to solve and graph x squared plus 10x plus 1 greater than or equal to 12. Pretend this is an equal sign. When you're solving anything to the power of 2, we need to set it equal to what? Set it equal to what number? 0. Subtract 12. X squared plus 10x minus 11 greater than or equal to 0. I'm going to take a shot at factoring. A times C, negative 11. My B value is positive 10. I need two numbers that multiply to be negative 11 but add to be 10. 11 and 1. Which one is negative? Remember, when your A value is equal to 1, you only have to do the x. So if I factor it, that becomes x plus 11, x minus 1, greater than or equal to 0. Raise your hand if you got that so far. So if I solve it now, zero product rule, x plus 11 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0. I'm going to subtract 11 and get x equals negative 11 and x equals 1. Raise your hand if you got those two solutions so far. Now if you did the quadratic formula, you should have gone the same. Okay. Let's now give ourselves a visual of our graph. I recognize I have negative 11, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, negative 11. Mark that. Positive 1. The nice thing about this problem is that it is symmetrical. There's a distance of 12, so the midpoint is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that my graph's going to be folded in half on this line of symmetry. Okay? I know that my y-intercept is negative 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Right now, just the accuracy of your graph is just based on some basic properties. So we know that A value is equal to 1. So it's going to open up, and the graph's probably going to look something like this. This should be a U. Alright, now I'm going to figure out some test points because we haven't really solved it. This is not solving. Okay, this gives us the boundaries, and there are 3 test points. On your paper, point to the 3 test points. You should have 1, 2, and then 3. Class, what number do you think we're going to test over here? Someone said negative 13. Is it okay to pick any number? Yeah, any number is okay. How about a number in between? Good, always pick 0. And something over here? I heard 2. Yesterday we learned on our graphing calculator, you can put this into your y equals. Clear x squared plus 10x minus 11. You can go to zoom 6. You can tell that it only has one, so you can press zoom out. That's zoom number 3. This gives you a good visual. The next thing I'm going to do is use my table to test these points. So second table. Anytime you want to go back to the graph, you just press graph. So second table. I'm going to type in -13. Remember, press the negative sign, not the subtraction sign, or you'll get an error. If I press -13, press enter. Here I get 28. What does that mean? If I took x equals -13 and put it in here, -13 squared plus 10 times -13 minus 11, your whole output there is going to be 28. Class, is 28 bigger than or equal to 0? True or false? It is bigger, so that is true. So I'm going to put a check mark here. True. Let's do 0. Press enter, you get a -11. Class, is -11 bigger than 0? False. And let's do 2. Press 2. Enter. 13 bigger than 0? Yes. Okay. Let me connect with something we learned previously, and we'll talk about more of the newer concepts. Back when we faced absolute value inequalities, we had a celebrity story. When your interest in someone else is greater than, what would you do? Would you stay together or split up? Split up. Remember, we did something that looks like this. Do you guys remember that? And splitting up looks like what keyword? Or. Okay, it's only in these areas past those x-intercepts that are solutions. Okay? Now, the red now will verify where it is. The red part, inside here, this is not a solution, right? It's only a solution going towards the right in this direction. So my solution for the graph is going to look something like this. I'm going to use my calculator to help us. Let's write an interval notation for this side. Class, where is this coming from? -infinity to where? -11. Should I include that -11? Yes, because it's a close, so that'll be a bracket. Okay, let's go over here now. I'm starting here. What's the number? Parentheses or bracket? Going towards where? 2? What? Infinity, because of the arrow. Class, do we have solutions in between? No. You're going to put a U for union. My interval notation is -infinity to -11. Stop, press a pause, and then or this interval. And if I'm not sure if I showed you this little trick yesterday, class, what word does that look like? Looks like ors. So let's review. In this quadratic inequality, find the x-intercepts. The x-intercepts tell you your boundaries. Test the areas. You'll figure out areas that are solutions and not solutions, and you just do interval notation.